What happens when a girl learns that playing the part of someone's girlfriend can lead to unexpected love and heartbreak? Just when I think I've moved on, a midnight knock brings everything crashing back in the most surprising way. Hi everyone, my name is Ellie. I'm 19 years old and I live in a small town where the days are often quiet, but life can get pretty complicated. I used to be a college student, but then I made a big decision to follow my dreams. I never thought I'd end up in a whirlwind of unexpected feelings and challenges, but here I am learning what love really is. Stick around to hear more about my journey. It's a wild ride. I sat on the edge of my bed staring at my phone. The screen lit up like a beacon. A message from my old friend Mia. "Hey Ellie, you won't believe this." I sighed. I didn't have it in me for another one of Mia's big news blasts. "What is it now?" I replied, feeling tired. "It's about Liam Carter. He's casting for a girlfriend role. They're paying $20,000. My heart raced. Liam Carter, the actor everyone talks about, the heartthrob. But was I really desperate enough to consider it? I could hear Mia's voice through my phone. "Ellie, think about it. You could use that money." "I don't know, Mia," I said, biting my lip. "What if it's not a good idea?" "What do you mean? It's $20,000. You can pay off your bills, get back to school. Just think about it." But I was thinking about more than just money. I dropped out of college because I wanted to follow my dreams, not act like someone else. "Do you think I'd be good enough?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. "Ellie, you've always been good enough. This could change everything." I pulled my hair back, trying to calm the thoughts swirling in my mind. What if people judge me? "So what?" Mia raised her voice slightly. "This isn't about them. It's about you. Just do it." I hung up the phone, my heart heavy. Thoughts bounced around my head like a ping-pong ball. What would my parents think? What would my friends say? But my bank account echoed with emptiness, and I had to admit the money was tempting. I was hungry. I was tired. I was scared. Later that night, I paced around my tiny room. I kept thinking about the contract. It felt like a weight on my chest. Finally, I pulled up the email. The offer lay there, staring back at me. "You can do this," I whispered. I couldn't let my pride get in the way. I clicked accept, like flipping a switch. My heart pounded. I was scared, but also, for the first time in forever, I felt a flicker of hope. Just then, my mom knocked on the door. "Ellie, are you okay in there?" "Yeah, Mom. Just thinking." "Do you want to talk?" I hesitated. "Maybe later?" "Okay, sweetie. Just remember I'm here if you need me." I wanted to scream, "I need help. I'm drowning," but instead I stayed silent. Once she left, I sank on my bed. My phone buzzed again. It was Mia. "Did you do it?" I took a deep breath. "Yeah, I signed the contract." "Oh my gosh, Ellie, I swear you're going to rock this." I wasn't so sure. What if it ruins everything? Mia replied, "You can figure it out. Just focus on the positives." I forced a smile, but deep down, doubt clawed at me. The next morning, I woke up feeling restless. I had a million thoughts swirling. I looked in the mirror, trying to convince myself, "You can do this." But could I? The first day on the set felt like stepping into a dream. I walked in, my heart pounding. There he was, Liam Carter. He stood in front of a huge mirror, adjusting his tie. He looked up and smiled. "Hey, you must be Ellie," he said, his voice warm and friendly. Yeah, that's me," I said, feeling a flutter in my stomach. He didn't seem like a superstar. He seemed real. "Come on, let's get started. We have a lot of events to shoot today," Liam said as he led me to a room filled with cameras and bright lights. My legs felt shaky. "What events?" I asked, glancing around. We're going to a charity dinner, some interviews, and then a couple of red carpets, he explained. Just act like we're in love. It will be fun. Fun, I echoed. I wasn't sure how to pretend to be someone's girlfriend. He laughed, making it easier for me. Don't worry, just follow my lead. As we left for the charity dinner, I felt nervous. What if people think I'm just a fake? Everyone's always pretending in this world. Just be yourself, he said, giving me a reassuring smile. At the dinner, I watched Liam interact with everyone. He hugged kids, signed autographs, and took photos. He was kind to everyone. You know, I said, you don't have to be so nice all the time. He turned to me, surprised. Why not? It's easy being kind. I smiled, but I was also confused. I guess, but isn't it tiring? He shrugged, not when you enjoy it. Besides, I like making people happy. I began to see him in a different light. Maybe he was more than just a pretty face. After the dinner, we had a quick break. We sat on a bench near the venue. Do you want to see a photo of my dog? Liam asked, pulling out his phone. Wait, you have a dog? I said, my curiosity piqued. Yeah, his name's Max. He's a golden retriever, best friend ever. He swiped through images quickly, and suddenly his face lit up. Look, here he is. He showed me a picture of a fluffy dog with big, happy eyes. Ah, he's adorable, I exclaimed, feeling warmth spread in my chest. Right. He's my life. Sometimes I wish I could just sneak him everywhere. Why can't you? Because, you know, fans and all that. His voice dropped a bit and I could see a hint of sadness. Does it bother you? I asked softly. A little, he admitted. People don't see the real me, just the celebrity. I paused. But I see you, Liam. You're really nice. He smiled, and for a moment it felt like it was just us. I could feel my heart flutter again. After the dinner, we had to go to an interview. A bunch of cameras lined up, and I felt butterflies in my stomach. Remember, just smile and look at me, Liam said as we walked on set. I nodded, but the moment I heard the cameras clicking, I froze. What's wrong? He whispered, noticing my panic. I'm nervous, I admitted. Just breathe. We'll get through this together, he assured me, giving my hand a gentle squeeze. I looked into his eyes. They were full of warmth. For the first time, I felt a connection. I could be a part of this world. As we continued to play the role of a couple, I realized I wasn't just pretending. I was starting to like him for real. As the days went by, I found myself spending more time with Liam. He was funny, kind, and surprisingly normal. We were in a cozy cafe one afternoon, sipping hot chocolate. Steam rose from our cups, wrapping around us like a warm hug. Did I tell you about the time Max got stuck in a tree? Liam said, chuckling. No. What happened? I leaned in, eager to hear more. Well, I was out playing fetch, and he saw a squirrel. Next thing I knew, he was climbing up a tree. No way, I gasped, imagining it. How did you get him down? I had to climb after him, but I wasn't as good at climbing. I ended up just dangling there while he barked at a squirrel, he laughed. I couldn't help but laugh too. That's the cutest, yet the most ridiculous thing. After a moment, his smile faded slightly. You know, sometimes I feel stuck too, like with my career and stuff. Stuck? But you're famous, I said, surprised. Just because I'm famous doesn't mean I'm happy, he replied softly, looking down at his cocoa. People always think they know me, but they really don't. Why not? I asked, curious. He sighed deeply. I feel like I have to keep a brave face. If I show my true self, people won't like me. I suddenly understood a little more. So you hide behind the celebrity part? He nodded, his eyes troubled. Exactly. But with you, it's different. I can be myself. Really? I asked, my heart beating fast. Was he saying what I thought he was saying? Yeah, I feel like I can share things with you. You don't judge me, he said, looking right at me. In that moment, my emotions tangled like a mess of strings. I liked him. A lot. But was this just pretend? Thanks, Liam, I said, my voice quieter than before. I like talking to you too. Without realizing it, I leaned closer. He did the same. I could feel the electricity between us. Ellie, can I ask you something? He said, biting his lip. Sure, anything, I replied, trying to keep my voice steady. Do you ever wonder if this is just a game? Or if it could be something real? His question hung in the air like a cloud. I knew my answer, but my heart raced. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was just acting. I thought so too until I met you, he admitted, his eyes soft and sincere. My heart felt like it was about to burst. I wanted to tell him how I felt, but the words wouldn't come out. Before I could think, he reached out, brushing a strand of hair away from my face. Can I kiss you, Ellie? I froze for a second. My heart pounded against my chest. Yes, I whispered. And then it happened. He leaned in slowly, his lips meeting mine softly at first, a sweet, gentle kiss. I felt fireworks bursting in my stomach. It was real. It felt real. When he pulled away, I was breathless. Wow, I said, my cheeks flushing. That was amazing. Yeah, he said, his voice husky. I didn't expect that. Me neither, I confessed, still feeling the warmth of his kiss. As we sat there, I realized that maybe love was possible. Real love. The kind that didn't require pretending. My heart brimmed with excitement and confusion. I wasn't just Liam's fake girlfriend anymore. I was starting to really believe in us. I woke up to the sound of my phone buzzing. My heart raced as I reached for it, still sleepy. When I saw the message from Liam, my stomach dropped. Hey, Ellie, we need to talk. The arrangement is over. A wave of panic washed over me. What did he mean? Over? I whispered to myself, my heart pounding. I couldn't believe it. I clicked on the message again, hoping it was a mistake, but there it was, clear as day. I felt a lump form in my throat. Tears threatened to spill. Why was this happening? I tried to shake it off. Maybe he's joking, I whispered, but deep down I knew it wasn't a joke. I didn't want to believe it was true. I threw my phone across the bed and buried my face in my pillow. I just wanted to scream. Why did I let myself get attached? Suddenly, my phone buzzed again. It was Liam calling. No, I thought. I couldn't talk to him. My heart couldn't handle it. I pressed silent. Every ring felt like a stab in my heart. How could he do this? After a while, I heard a soft knock at my door. Ellie, honey, can I come in? It was my mom. Sure, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. She walked in, her expression concerned. I heard you phone. Is everything okay? At that moment, everything felt too heavy. No, Mom, it's not okay. What happened? She asked, sitting on the bed next to me. Tears filled my eyes. Liam ended it. He said the arrangement is over. Just like that. Her face softened. Oh, sweetheart. I don't understand. We had something real. Why would he just throw it away? I said, clutching my blanket. I can't speak for him, but sometimes people are scared, she said gently. Scared of what? I snapped, my anger bubbling up. Scared of feelings? That's so unfair. I know, honey. It feels awful right now, she said, wrapping her arm around me. But give yourself some time to breathe. I leaned into her comforting embrace. I thought I meant something to him. You do matter, Ellie. Sometimes when people are in difficult situations, they make choices that hurt others. I sniffled, wiping my tears, but I opened my heart. I let him in. I know it hurts, she said softly, but you can't let other people's decisions define how you feel about yourself. I should have known better, I mumbled. No, you are brave, and that's something to be proud of, she replied, squeezing me tightly. It's okay to feel sad, but don't shut yourself off from love just because it's hard. I took a shaky breath. What do I do now? Follow your heart, sweetheart. You deserve happiness. If you ever want to talk, I'm here, she said, her voice steady. I nodded, feeling a little lighter. Thanks, Mom. I miss him. Her expression softened. It's okay to miss him, but remember that love is about more than just the good moments. It's also about being true to yourself. I stared at the floor, processing everything. Maybe Mom was right. I couldn't let this crush my spirit. I need to figure this out, I said finally, wiping my cheeks. I believe in you, she said with a warm smile. Just give it time. I looked up at her and managed a small smile back. Thanks for always being here. My mom kissed my forehead and I felt a small flicker of hope. Maybe everything would be okay. But deep down I still felt that empty space where Liam once was. Would I ever find the courage to open my heart again? Days turned into weeks, and each morning felt heavier than the one before. I tried to focus on my daily routine, but Liam was always on my mind. His laughter, his smile, and even his goofy stories haunted me. I missed our moments. Then one day, while sitting in a cafe with Tom, I couldn't hold it in any longer. I miss him, Tom. Liam? He asked, looking concerned. Of course, who else? I said, stirring my drink angrily. I thought I could just forget him, but I can't. You know, I heard he's struggling, he said, leaning closer. What do you mean? I asked, my heart racing. I went to one of his recent events. He seemed off. He kept messing up his lines. It wasn't the same Liam, Tom explained, biting his lip. Really? I said, confusion swirling inside me. Why would he be struggling? Tom shrugged. Maybe it's because of you. He was really into you. His words hit me hard. No, we ended it. He wanted it that way. Did he? Or did he just think he should since you two were pretending? Tom's voice was steady, making me think. Maybe, I began, unsure. Look, Ellie, I think he realizes he really liked you. Maybe he wants to talk, he urged. I felt a rush of emotions. Did Liam really miss me? Was he regretting his decision? What should I do? I asked, biting my nail. Just call him. I think he'd appreciate it. He's probably tearing himself apart right now, Tom said, his eyes earnest. I sighed deeply. Could I reach out? What if he didn't want to talk? Okay, I'll think about it, I said, my heart racing. Days passed, and I kept thinking about Tom's words. Every time my phone buzzed, my heart leaped, but it was just other messages. I never checked for Liam. Then one night, as I lay in bed, a wave of determination washed over me. I grabbed my phone and, with shaky fingers, opened his contact. What do I even say? I whispered, staring at his name. Taking a deep breath, I typed, Hey, it's Ellie. I've been thinking about you. Do you want to talk? After pressing send, dread flooded my chest. What if he ignored me? What if he didn't care? Then the waiting began. My heart raced as minutes turned into hours. Would he reply? Finally, my phone dinged. I quickly checked it. Ellie, I've missed you. Can we meet? I felt an overwhelming rush of emotions. Yes, I typed back, my heart pounding. When? How about tomorrow at our cafe? He replied. Sounds good, I wrote before putting down my phone. I couldn't sleep that night. My mind raced with thoughts. Did Liam really miss me? What if he regretted everything? The next day, I arrived at the cafe early. My palms were sweaty and my stomach twisted in knots. What if this was a mistake? But when Liam walked in, everything shifted. He looked different. His usual charming smile was replaced by a serious expression. "Hey," he said quietly, sitting down. "Hey," I replied, trying to keep my voice steady. He sighed, running his hands through his hair. "I've messed up, Ellie." "What do you mean?" I asked, my heart racing. "I couldn't focus on anything without you. My work started slipping. I've been thinking about you nonstop," he confessed, his eyes earnest and true. My heart fluttered. "Really? But you ended things." "I thought it would be easier, but it's been the hardest thing ever. I didn't want to burden you with my struggles," he said, looking down at the table. Tears filled my eyes. "You're not a burden, Liam. I cared about you. I still do." He finally looked up, his eyes locking onto mine. "Then let's not pretend anymore." I felt a spark of hope ignite inside me. Could this be the start of something new? My heart raced with possibilities. It was a quiet night, and I was nestled in bed, trying to read a book. Every word blurred together as my thoughts kept drifting back to Liam. I kept replaying our last conversation in my mind. Had it all really happened? Suddenly, a loud knock on my door jerked me from my thoughts. I jumped, my heart racing. Who could it be at this hour? I tiptoed to the door, my mind racing with possibilities. When I peered through the peephole, my heart stopped. It was Liam. "Ellie, please, open up," he called, desperation in his voice. I swung the door open, my heart pounding. There he was, on his knees, tears streaming down his face. "Liam!" I gasped, shock flooding me. Ellie," he stammered, his voice shaky. "I'm so sorry. I messed everything up." "What are you doing here?" I asked, my mind racing. "I had to see you. I couldn't wait any longer," he said, looking deeply into my eyes. "I love you." The words hit me like a wave. I stood there in disbelief. "You love me?" "Yes. I know I didn't show it right and I hurt you. I regret every moment of being away from you," he pleaded, his voice breaking. "Why now?" I asked, confusion mixing with hope. "Why are you here like this?" "Because I realize how much you mean to me. I can't imagine my life without you," he said, gripping my hands tightly. "I'll spend my whole life trying to earn your trust back." My heart raced. I felt the warmth of his hands, but I was also scared. "Liam, it's not that easy. You hurt me." "I know," he said, his eyes full of sincerity, "but I've changed. I've realized I can't keep pretending. I want to be real with you. I want to be your Liam." Tears pooled in my eyes. "But how can I trust you again?" "Just give me a chance. I promise to show you," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "I can't believe I let you go once. I won't make that mistake again." I wanted to believe him. My heart ached for him. What if it doesn't work? "I'll still be here. I won't give up on you, Ellie. Ever," he pleaded. His determination warmed my heart, but also felt fear. "What if you decide you don't want me anymore?" "Ellie, I'm on my knees here because I know you're worth fighting for," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "I'll do anything to prove it." His words made my heart race even faster. I could see the honesty in his eyes, the hurt he felt without me. "You really mean that?" I whispered, a mix of hope and doubt swirling inside me. "Yes, this isn't just about the role or the contract. It's about you and me." The sincerity in his voice made me tremble. I wanted to throw my arms around him and cry. "I just don't want to get hurt again." "I won't let you," he said, tears still in his eyes. "Let's start fresh. Just give me one more chance." I took a deep breath, the weight of his words hanging in the air. Okay, I finally said, but we have to take it slow. A smile broke across his face, lighting it up. Thank you, Ellie. You won't regret this. In that moment, I felt a flicker of hope. Maybe, just maybe, we could find our way back to each other. As I helped him to his feet, I realized something inside me had shifted. I wanted to believe in love again. I wanted to believe in us. I stood there, staring at Liam, my heart a mix of hope and fear. He had just poured out his feelings, and I felt overwhelmed. I just don't know, Liam, I stammered, shaking my head. Ellie, please, he said, taking a step closer. I know I messed up, but it's the truth. I love you, and I can't lose you again. But how can I trust you? I asked, my voice trembling. You ended things without even explaining why. I was scared, he admitted, looking down. I thought stepping away would be for the best. But all it did was hurt us both. Hurt us both? I felt the sting in my heart. It did. I felt like you chose to walk away when things got tough. I'm sorry, he said, looking back at me, his eyes shining with vulnerability. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I was so wrong. I should have fought for you. I sighed. It's so confusing, Liam. Sometimes I think I'm starting to heal, and then you show up, and all those feelings come rushing back. I know it's a lot to handle, but I'm here, wanting to fix it. I've been thinking about everything, the movies, the fans, the pressure. But none of that matters without you, he confessed, his voice thick with emotion. Why did you let the pressure get to you? I asked gently. You seem so confident. Because I wasn't always confident. I was scared of being vulnerable. I thought I had to keep being strong, the perfect Liam Carter. But the truth is, I'm just a guy who made mistakes, he said, his face earnest. His words struck a chord. I get that, but it's hard for me to forget how much it hurt when you pushed me away. I understand. Trust is hard to rebuild, and I know I messed that up, he said, taking a deep breath. But I promise you, Ellie, if you give me a chance, I'll show you every day that I can be better. I felt a tug at my heart. What if things get tough again? Will you still fight for me? Yes, he said firmly, his gaze steady. I won't back down. I promise to be honest. I want you in my life for all the right reasons. Tears brimmed in my eyes as I looked at him. It's just, I wanted so much to believe in us. I wanted to love you without fear. I'm still learning, Ellie, he said softly, but I want to be the kind of guy you can trust. I'm willing to work for it. His sincerity touched something deep inside me. What if I can't forgive you right away? I asked, feeling vulnerable. Then we take it slow. Just know that I'll be here, waiting for you to feel ready. I won't rush you, he said, his tone gentle. I took a deep breath, weighing my options. I could walk away, keeping my heart safe but untested, or I could take a chance on him, risking my feelings but perhaps finding something beautiful. You really mean that? You give me time? I asked, my voice softening. Always, he replied, hope shining in his eyes. I felt my heart flutter, battling between fear and trust. If I give you a chance, we'll have to start fresh. You have to prove to me that we can make it work. I will, he said, his determination clear. I'll show you every day how much you mean to me. I stared into his eyes and saw truth. Slowly, I nodded. Okay, let's try this, but you have to understand, it won't be easy. Nothing worth having is easy, he said with a soft smile. With that, I felt the heaviness lift just a little. Maybe, just maybe, we could find our way back to each other and rebuild what was once broken. So, what would you do if the person who broke your heart showed up at your door, begging for a second chance? I want to hear your thoughts. Share your stories and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of my journey.